Hi, everybody. I'm Nicole, and today I'm going to guide you through some mindful movement yoga. As you can see, I've got my sweet gold kicks on, so you can do what we're going to do now wearing your regular clothes. You don't have to have any special equipment or props. You can really do this anywhere, anytime, whenever you just need to move your body a little bit. If you've been sitting for a while, or if you've noticed that you're feeling anxious or stressed out, or wanting to do something before you get into bed to wind down, this would be a great routine to do. Also, this is a great thing to do first thing in the morning if you just want to awaken your body in a gentle way, start your day off with some intentional movement, moving with breath, feeling into your body. You can really do this really anytime. So let's start together standing, finding your mountain pose, which is where your feet are on the ground and you're aligning your joints. So ankles under knees, under hips, under shoulders, under the top of your head. And take a moment just to breathe here. Your eyes can be open or closed. Start to tune into your breath. Notice your chest rising and falling. Notice the feeling of the breath at the back of the nostrils. Perhaps even deepen your breath, noticing it moving in and out of your abdomen. We're going to be coming back to this pose, this foundational kind of home base mountain pose throughout our practice today. So take a moment to really feel into it now. Feel both of your feet on the ground. I want you to find a sense of being grounded through your feet. And from that solid base, lengthen up and grow tall and feel open and spacious and lengthy as you also feel grounded. And blink your eyes open whenever you're ready. We're going to start with some joint mobilizations. So I'm going to start on my right foot. You're welcome to start on the left if you prefer. And just start to roll your ankle, let's say 5 to 8 times in one direction. And then you're going to switch directions and do about the same amount. And then once you're done with the first side, go ahead and switch. I'm doing my left foot in one direction, and then I'm going to switch directions. We're going to do this moving all the way up the body. Once you're even on both sides, bring your hands to your knees, bend your knees a little bit. Circle the knees together 5 to 8 times. And then switch directions. You can't see, but my dog is right in front of me right off camera, and she's looking at me like, what are you doing? Okay, next, the hips. So hands on the hips. Big swooping circles with the hips in one direction. And then switch. And then back to center, and we'll do the shoulders. So you have some options with the shoulders. One is to bring your hands to the tops of your shoulders, bend your elbows, or you can do big circles. Whatever you choose, switch directions, do the same thing. And once you're done with the shoulders, we'll interlace the fingers and move the wrists. And then the other direction. Okay, now bring your palms out in front of you and inhale here, exhale down, and keep going. Okay, I like to shake that out because it can really feel it in my forearms. Bring your hands back together, pinch your fingers like you're making lobster claws, and then we're going to kind of rotate, open the hands, bring them back together. Okay, and then release that if you need to. And then sparkle fingers. So really getting into the joints in all the fingers. So you can extend your arms or keep them bent or overhead even if you want to. This is a little bit more intense. Okay, shake that out. And now the neck. So start by gazing over your right shoulder. Release your chin over the left. Back and forth a few times. And start to find your way back to center. Make sure you're balanced on both sides. Right now we're going to do like a whole body roll. And the way I always visualize this is if you picture those like dolls where there's a button on this stand and then there's a doll, you press the button and they kind of collapse, right? It's kind of like that. So you're going to start standing up tall, bend your knees a little bit, and then just let your whole spine kind of fold forward. And do that a couple of times. So your whole body now flexing and extending the spine, just allowing everything to fold, to collapse. Let's do one more. All right, back to mountain pose. Find your footing, eyes open or closed. Just feel into that, let it land. Find your breath. And coming back into the space when you're ready. The next thing we'll do is some tapping. So kind of walk you through the whole process, but know that you can adjust the rhythm, the pace, the depth of the pressure. We're going to start with the fingertips just lightly tapping on the top of the head. And know that if there are any parts of your body that are sensitive, you can adjust, you can skip them altogether. Tapping on the top of the head, and then tapping on the forehead, and the brow, and the temple, and making your way down your face, your jaw, and chin, around the mouth, and now the back of the neck, and the back of the head, and then the sternum, so right here. And then you want to get the corners of the chest, these are the long points. And now take your thumbs, tap alongside your rib cage, your side body. And then when you get down to your hips, you can make fists and make your way to the outsides of your legs, moving all the way down your legs. When you come back up, come up the inside of your legs and to the hips, and then to the kidneys, back up the ribs, back up the chest, and now the arms. So I'm going to squeeze opposite arm. And you can go up and down a couple of times. And then we're going to brush the skin. So rubbing your hands together, brushing down one arm and the other arm, the chest, through the torso, the back body, down the legs. Making your way back up. And in the next couple of seconds, we're going to find mountain pose again. So wrapping it all up, coming back to stillness and just pausing, feeling into the effects of the tapping and the brushing, letting it land. And then reopening your eyes when you're ready. Okay, from your mountain pose, you can keep your eyes closed if that feels okay for you. And just start to shift your weight from side to side into the right foot and then the left foot. So coming off center intentionally, back to center intentionally. And then find your way back to center, both feet down. And now you'll shift your weight back into your heels, forward into the balls of your feet, and keep going back and forth a couple times. And then find your way back to center again, back to your mountain pose, and really feel into being balanced from front to back, side to side, and top to bottom. And as you allow your eyes to reopen, you're going to widen your stance a little bit and bend your knees a little bit, and then start to shift side to side here. And from here, I'm going to invite you to really kind of play, be playful, improvise, find your own movements, really follow your curiosity. What would feel interesting right now? You might start to do the can opener, where you shift from one side, getting your arms in there, and then the other. So one hand touches the lung point in the front, the other touches the kidney point in the back. So you can just move however you want, however fast or slow you want. Doing the palm tree in the wind, or the can opener is sometimes called. Or maybe if you're feeling like you need more grounding, you focus more on the lower body. Shifting weight from side to side, bending the knees more, getting lower to the ground, moving a little slower like you were walking through mud or honey or stomping on grapes. You can also play with your balance here if that feels interesting. So continue to move however you want to move for another 5, another 4, another 3, another 2, and 1. Back to your mountain pose. Pause. Let that settle. Let it land. All right, and then I'll offer one more practice today. I will say that this last one is pretty energizing. So if you're doing this before bed or as a way to wind down or calm down, you might want to skip this last one. But if you're doing this in the morning or like a midday break, this could be a really good exercise. Basically jumping up and down and shaking. This is something that I love to do, either if I've been sitting down for too long and I just need to move my body, get the blood moving, or if I'm feeling really activated, really stressed out, and I can feel energy kind of rising up and I need to move it through somehow. But I might not necessarily have time to go for a run or do a full workout, but I need to do something. So this is a good go-to for those moments. And so you basically just jump and shake, however that looks for you. You can get into it, shake the arms and the hands, move the head, maybe do some jumping jacks. Whatever you need to do, just get the blood pumping, heart rate up. Here, another 5, another 4, another 3, another 2, and another 1, and then find your mountain pose. Find your center. Notice what it feels like. I can feel my heart beating a little faster, my breath speeding up, and I also notice like a sparkling sensation under my skin. So I'll invite you to finish up here with a gesture of self-compassion, either bringing the hands over the heart or one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart, and just receiving everything that we just did, feeling into it all. Know that you can come back to this recording anytime you want to. You can pick and choose from it, doing one practice here, another practice there, or you can just use it as like a jumping off point where you start doing the movements on this video and then you do your own thing, go with the flow, and you iterate. So feel free to use it however you'd like. I hope it's helpful, and I'll see you next time.